Those who succeed very well, they have something within them. If one wants the highest success, then among all the desires, there should be one desire for realizing. Early morning, don't rush to take the left side of the brain, calculating and planning and worrying. No. All the people are using the left side of the brain, which is entangling them in the world. The right side of the brain, which connects with spirit frequency, they don't use it.
What is the exact practice that a person will have to do?
There are techniques, but anger, fear, jealousy, sadness, whatever, they are all gripping you. Based on your identity, what you are capable of doing is limited to how you identify yourself.
My God. An average person that has made a lot of money, people attribute that to other means. Call it juju money. Is there anything like that?
People chase it. The youth is ignorance.
You're welcome to Connected Minds podcast. So my name is Derek Abaite. So today I've got a conversation that is going to shift your mindset. A lot of the things I've been speaking about, there is a man here who is going to go deep into it. And he's actually going to show you the tips and tricks on how you can maintain focus and then chart that path of financial abundance. He's right here with me, our spiritual man, Dr. Baffour Jan of the Jan Cosmic Foundation. Now stick with me. Don't go anywhere. It is an interview like never before. None of the interviews you've heard him speak would get this deep into some of the things we are going to talk about. And as usual, if you make it to the end, please let me know and leave comments below and let me understand that indeed you are connected. Remember, on the 29th of August, we have an event coming up at the British Council. This event is a complete mindset transformation journey. Those of you that have businesses, those that want to chart that path of financial freedom, that event is for you. So I'm going to leave it in the description on every platform that you hear this on. Grab yourself a ticket. Now, let's delve into the conversation. You're welcome to my studios, Dr. Baffour Jan. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, to make it here today. Sitting in front of you is... I'm going to have to, I don't think I've got a word to describe the feeling and what it's doing to my mental space. But you're an incredible man. You're doing great. So we thank God for your life.
Okay.
I've got a lot of questions.
Okay.
And some are personal questions, some are for my audience. It's plenty. So we're going to start this off. If you were to sum up everything you do, what would you say you do for the people?
Yeah. Yes. What I'm doing for the people is to awaken them to the truth of life. Every step in life, if there is knowledge, there is understanding, there is truth, then there is fulfillment in that step one has taken. So I'm helping people so that they get that kind of knowledge that sets them free. See, it is said that if you get the truth will set you free. Free from what? Free from bondage to the lower frequencies that we don't feel good with. See, so because we are high frequency, that is the real you is very high frequency, and it doesn't feel good in the zone of very low frequencies. So it is seeking to come out of it. And that is what, if you have the truth helps you to pull out of it. That is why it is said, when you get the truth, it will set you free.
Doc, I've spoken with a few entrepreneurs on this podcast,
Yeah.
And usually when we speak, Echo said the same thing, Coach Obindakon said the same thing. I every now and then say the same thing. And what we usually say is know yourself. If you really want to become financially free, know yourself. Know thyself. Yeah. What does that truly mean?
Very good. They hit the nail on the head. That is the truth. You see, the self is none other than what we refer to as God. The self is in a balanced state, not lacking anything. When it goes out of balance, then it's like seeking the balance again. So when we find ourselves in this world like this, it is something designed in such a way that you feel out of balance. And I'll tell you the reason why. So when you are having that feeling of being out of balance, then you want to return to the balanced state. And the balanced state is the real you. But when you come out of it, then it's like you have gone to sleep. You have entered into another state. You have switched on something different, you see, and you want to return. So if you are able to actually come back to your real self, so when they talked about know thyself, it is very true. Once you come to that, then everything becomes very easy.
How do I know myself?
Yes, very easy, but if you are not given the knowledge, then it is very difficult. Let me give you the scenario. The truth is this. We have the spirit, and the spirit is what we refer to as the absolute, perfect, in a balanced state. There is no limitation in spirit. It's fully expanded presence. You see, so there is no room for anything other than perfection. Now, within the spirit, just a small spot within the spirit slows down, intentionally slows down that small spot into another lower frequency of itself. And that is where limitations can be formed. And he's doing it so that he can witness it like the way we make a television and we watch it. So he becomes a witness of all that is going on. But he pushes his energy into it to energize it so that it works, it functions. And that energy he puts into it is what we call soul. You see, the real self is the energy of God. It's actually God. You see, and it is functioning in this zone. Now, when it keeps long in this zone, then it's drawing identity that to itself. Instead of saying, I, God, it's now saying, I this, I that, because that is what he's mixed with. Are you getting the point?
I'm with you, yeah.
Yes. So he's putting false identity on himself, that portion of energy. Now, if one is coming back to self-awakening, then he realizes all the things I'm identifying with are not me. So it's a wrong identity. And it is there you are empowered because you are entering into full presence of the divine. And there, everything is absolute. Knowledge, power, whatever you mention is fully expanded. Peace, fully expanded. No room for opposite. It is only within the zone that things are limited and they are balanced by opposites. So everything in this zone is functioning based on polarity. things and their opposites. But that is not spiritual. Spiritual is where there is balance, no opposites. And this is baffling everyone. So once you are inside the drama, I call it drama or dream, once you are inside it, you are confronting opposites. And it is normal because it is the opposites that are used to weave the drama. Day and night, male, female, rainy season, dry season, everything, happiness, sadness. So these things are used to weave this world.
So simply by knowing myself, is that enough for me to access abundance?
Yes. There are other factors that I have to explain.
Okay.
Now, knowing yourself, which is absolute, then whilst you are in this world, we will call it the relative world, because we have stages of awakening. You see, as you are drawing nearer and nearer to spirit frequency, then we say you are awakening. So people are in different levels of awakening, and therefore they are in different levels of empowerment, because the more you awaken, the more you are empowered. And when you are empowered, then it is like when you have a dam and there is so much water kept there. Now you want to express it. You want to let it flow. Then you make canals to connect, and then you release the water. But meanwhile, there should be crops that you are going to. You've sown seeds, you see. And once you have sown and made the canals, then the next thing is not just to be waiting for the thing to grow. No, you have to connect. Connect to the source of water. And once you connect and it flows, then irrigation is going on and things flourish. Most people don't know these truths. So the thing is, you may sow the seeds, you may, the next stage is to make the canals. And once you've made the canals to connect to the source of water, now the dam should be released. And they flow. And what happens there is not your effort anymore. It is just water, giving the right conditions to the things, and things work so well. So one must know where he has reached. Say, some haven't even sown the seeds. Some haven't made the canals. And yet they only look at the bulk of water and cry to it. Oh, let the water be released. Let the water, they pray. Keep praying. Release to do what? Are you focused on doing something? And is that thing going to benefit the crops? Crops means other things in existence. Whatever you are doing should benefit all of them. And if you have set all these things, then you connect. Then after connecting, it is automatic. When things are released, then things begin to function very well. Now, the question of empowerment, say where you have reached is different from where somebody has reached. And one has to know where he has reached and then move the next step forward. If you haven't sown, sow. If you have sown, make the canals. You see, somebody has already sown. The next thing is canals. I'm using this as analogy. Yes. Then when he makes the canals, the next thing is to know how to release the dam, the water to flow. And once it flows, one just becomes relaxed and things continue working for you. So often people have false identity of themselves. And the false identity keeps you stuck on a certain level, and then you are expecting things to happen in a successful way. In fact, my beloved brother, I will make it much more clearer. Say, we have spirit, and that is the water in bulk. And the dam is there. That is the beginning of false identity. So from there down, the drama is there. Everything is set, but the water is stuck there. That is spirit. Then, within from the source of water down, the canals, we call them mind. So once everything can work, there must be connection of the mind to the spirit. So we have evolution. That means you are moving towards spirit frequency.
Okay.
And your identity is changing, because down here, how you call yourself is different. When you are moving towards spirit frequency, how you call yourself is also different. It's not just your name. I'm talking of inwardly accepting who you are. You see, let me give you a small analogy. Somebody is a royal, and he leaves home, travels far away, and he's growing up, and he's in hustle somewhere. Meanwhile, they are looking for him to become a chief or a king.
That's right.
And he's not aware. And he's living in the ghettos and struggling and baffling. And so when his identity, he has forgotten his identity as a royal. You see? So there, as long as he's not awakening to who he is, it is difficult for him to stop struggling. He becomes addicted to struggling. You see? Struggling becomes normal for him.
Well, but then,
He hustles.
from birth,
Yeah.
we are programmed. So we teach the kids, crawl,
Yeah.
walk, language,
Yeah.
our language. The language the mom and the father speak, that's what they teach the child.
Yeah.
Their way of doing things, that's what they program that child to do.
Sure.
And then the kid go to school, go to church, mosque, wherever things are happening there.
Yeah.
The school system tells them that they can become a doctor, lawyer, all those things. This is a heavy programming.
Yeah.
The only thing they see around them is to become a doctor. How do you tell this person
Good.
that is not the path they were supposed to take, but then everything else was already available for them?
The truth is this. It's not a question of the path being wrong. But what it is the self-identity is wrong. One can be positioned. Let me give you the example. You are born into a Christian home. Fine. So you'll be given Christian upbringing.
Yes.
But the identity you are picking as a Christian, a true Christian doesn't really, he has to have the values of the Christ.
Yes.
And the values of the Christ don't have false identity.
Okay.
You see? So the build-up includes false identity, and because of that, even though you have that title of Christian, it's not a true Christian. A true Christian knows that who he is includes the others, even if they have names like Muslim, Buddhist, this, that, or traditionalist.
There's no separation.
The real you includes them. You see? So Let me give you a small example. When you say, I'm Christian, and somebody says, I'm Muslim. Now, when you bring two Christians together, one Christian, another Christian, the result is two Christians, isn't it? But at the same time, if you bring one Muslim plus one Muslim, it will be two Muslims.
Yeah.
But if you bring one Christian plus one Muslim, what is the answer? Two what?
Human beings.
Two human beings. So it should have been one human being plus one human being. Then it's two human beings. But one Christian versus one Muslim, impossible mathematics. You see, what it is that it is the false side we are projecting. The true Christian doesn't have the false side, the false identity. He is so humble and understands that the one you are calling God is inside the other. So in that wise, it is two human beings. You see? So I'm trying to get you to some point. So in this way, if you have the true identity of yourself, you want to do something for yourself. Yourself includes the others. You see? So there's no selfishness. Sometimes we cut the others out and we define, I am this and he is that. And that is where crashing and all these things.
You think that forms part of our major problems in life?
Yes, major problem. Because it's the false side. How did the false side of the religion come about? You see, the truth has to have a container. It's like water. So the tradition takes the truth inside it, like you put water in a cup. But there is difference between the water and the cup. So the traditions around it doesn't make it separate. It makes it like it is separate from the other cup. But the content is what matters. And the content is the same. But the containers are different. And in this way, the false identity we hold to is the container. Mine is a golden container. Yours is a metallic. It's just something else container. And we battle. And with that false identity, you are not truly a Christian. You are not truly a Muslim because the teacher was about the content.
But then, Doc, how do we break away from all of this?
Yes. You see, so these are indoctrinations. And based on that, a whole doctrine enters people's lives. We bring up the children, and it is all these coverings around the religion, but the essence, we don't hammer it, we just even talk it, but we don't mean it because the external is projected so much. Let's take this example. It is sometimes understood by people, the number of times you are going to church is like it's being marked by the angels, and it's like it's actually making you somebody. But that is not the truth. The truth is this: your very body and mind, your spirit is inside it. So this is a church of its own. And if internally you are connected, the spirit is not entangled and is relieved, then you are saved. Otherwise, you carry this body and mind into a church room and you think the church room has the salvation. But it is right here. So you miss the point before going to the church room. You see, once you miss the point, what is the result? The lower frequencies of emotions like anger, fear, jealousy, sadness, whatever, they are all gripping you. And that is the symptom that you haven't realized yourself, because the self is beyond these things.
The fact that a person is jealous, envious, and that shows that they haven't achieved
Anxiety,
any
all
level of
those
self-realization.
things, it means you are still stuck with the lower frequencies. And that is the burden on every soul. So some souls, it is less on them, and some it is stronger. And those that it is less on, they are the ones empowered more than the ones who are burdened more with these things.
And the more these emotions keep you at the lower frequencies, the less you attract.
Yes. Why? Because spirit is the supreme magnetism. That is God, you see. So once you are nearing your real self, which is spirit frequency, you are very magnetic. And that magnetism, it doesn't make you chase things. It draws things to you. But when that is lowered, because we are mixed with the worldly situation to the point that who we are is covered up, then things become shiny, things become in our eyes, things are like wonderful, and we are attracted to it. But rather, it should be the opposite. Realize yourself, shine, and the things are drawn to you.
Doc, I think you have to really break it down, what the statement you just made.
Yeah.
You have to really break it down so that a 16-year-old that is even listening to me will be able to understand. Because
good.
Shine and attract.
Let me break it down.
Yes.
Say, first of all, we have spirit, and it has step down of its energy. Just as electricity, we have step down frequency. Yep. So you step down the energy we call electricity. So step down frequency goes on, and the next level of function, we call it mind. So the difference between mind and spirit is the source, like the generator, and the energy flow is step down. So the first stepping down is called higher mind. And then when it steps down further, we call it lower mind. And that lower mind, it is lower because it has to hold on to the lowest energies. The lowest energies are what we see. All these things are spirit energies, but they have been reduced in frequency. Let me give you an example so that a 16-year-old, as you said, can understand. You see, you have the spirit can be seen like vapor.
Yep.
And then when it reduces, the heat inside it is reduced, it becomes water. Then the water, when the heat inside it is reduced, it becomes ice block. You see? So all these things actually are spirit energies, but they have been reduced. That's why we are seeing them in frequency. But the highest frequency is spirit. And mind is in between. So like the vapor, and in between is the water, the liquid. And then the lowest part is the ice block. Now, if the ice block is in a shape, like a form, like a pot, and some of the water is inside it, then everything is actually water.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is the same, but it's frequencies. When we say frequencies, they vibrate differently. That is why the vapor is vibrating differently, so very high. And then water is the next. Then ice block is the lowest in vibration, like that. So this way, if you have the pot made of ice block and some of the water is inside it, then that water inside it is what we call soul. So it is part of the general water presence. It's part of the general water presence. And the general water presence is God. So the water inside the pot is also God in a sense. That is why Christ said, "Be ye perfect, even as the Father is." That means you are having that perfection, but you have false identity that I am a pot, I am ice block, I am, and what you are identifying with is what you say, so it limits you. But once you begin to say, no, I am water, then even the ice block is part of you. Even the vapor is part of you. And you become expanded presence. You see? And such difference in identity empowers you. But once you are limiting yourself, I'm in this pot, I'm just a limited presence, and so on, then based on your identity, what you are capable of doing is limited to how you identify yourself.
My God.
You see? So if one awakens to the fact that, no, I'm not limited to this pot. Even the pot itself is part of me in a sense, because in the long run, if you melt it, it is me. It is water. And I'm part of all the general water everywhere. So once that realization dawns upon you, you become very empowered. You see? So people are differently empowered because they don't know, but some of them have a little more awareness of themselves than others. You see? Sometimes life events have a tendency of awakening you to some point. For example, when you call yourself, I'm this limited being, and you are suffering, you do things, you want to do this, it doesn't work, then sometimes it gets to a point and you begin to question, who am I? Where did I come from? And why is all these things happening? And once you begin like that, then it is like beginning to turn around to realize who you are. And some have begun. Some do it without even thinking about it. It's not part of their worldly education. Somebody may be illiterate, but he may be more awakened than somebody else who may be even knowledgeable about the world. Because you may be knowledgeable about the ports, various ports, making comparisons and competing. This port, this body and its name and all this false identity is me, and it makes you proud. And it is actually unfortunate because you are limiting your empowerment by so doing, because those things limit you rather. You see, so we have the truth that wherever you find yourself in this world, the very first thing, in actual fact, you have desires, and the desires are plenty. But among all these plenty desires, whichever is carrying the highest percentage, then the empowerment that is in you will flow in that direction. You see, so the intensity of the desires can be placed in percentages.
Okay.
So the one which holds the highest percentage, your spirit energy, where you define yourself, even though you are limiting yourself, but a little bit of that empowerment may be there, and it will flow in that direction. You see, wherever there is focus, energy goes. So it flows from within you and goes in that direction. Now, if one wants the highest success,
Yes.
the highest success, then among all the desires, there should be one desire for realizing who you are. And that desire, if you can project it very well, because wherever focus goes, energy goes. So if you really, awaken to that point, seriously, who you are, then it takes you to another level because energy flows and awakens you like from a dream. And then you are getting to be aware every step because spirit is aware. It's awareness, pure awareness, that is spirit. So as you become aware and you are empowered, in fact, that is where we say, seek first the kingdom, as Christ was saying. You see, he was telling the truth, but they think it's in the sky somewhere to look for it, you see, which is wrong. So the truth is, spirit is the king, and the subjects are the step-down frequency energies. So awaken to your true self, and that is attainment of the kingdom. And now you are empowered and you are magnetic, super magnetic, and all the step-down frequencies, they turn towards you. So as they turn towards you, whatever you are focused on doing, then your magnetism will select what will fulfill it. Out of the things turning towards you, everything in the world turns towards you because you are super magnetic. And when it is like that, then your spirit will select what you require to fulfill your role in the drama. See, if I say your role in the drama, what becomes what you love doing, and also what benefits others. So what you love doing that benefits others, immediately that becomes your role to play.
Let me stop you here for a minute. If you've been watching this show, I want you to subscribe and become part of the family. We are on a journey of changing the lives of people on this channel. And we appreciate you for being here. But if you haven't become part of the family, connect with us. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's carry on the conversation. Doc, you got to say that again. Because I'm catching something there.
Yes. When the spirit, whatever role you are to play in the world, when your spirit, when you are awakening, then automatically your spirit turns in the direction of something. That is, it's connected with your role. That is why. But in the process, if you understand that awakening means you are coming to the point where you realize your expanded presence and it includes all others, that is spirit. So for that matter, what you are loving, what you are interested in must serve the others. And once it can do that, then you have opened both the door and the window, so the air will flow.
Wow. Both the door and the window.
And the window. Because if you open only the door, the air will not blow. But you have to open both the door and the window. Wow. So once you do this, automatic flow. You don't even battle it to happen. It just happens. Natural law.
There's a concept that is out there for a lot of people that are seeking financial success. They would have come in contact with this concept I'm about to ask you a question about, which is the law of attraction. It was described. I first got to know about this through Bob Proctor and of blessed memory, and the book called The Secret. But we talk about this a lot. The law of attraction. How does the law of attraction help people build financial success?
Really? The law of attraction, it works hand in hand with credit debit.
Okay.
And people don't know that truth also. You see, the law of attraction means you are actually returning in fact, life is a journey from the relative to the absolute. So if you are retracing your footsteps back to the absolute, then you are getting empowered. Then you are becoming magnetic. You are becoming very powerful. Now, when that is happening, it's like you have opened the door now. But that doesn't mean riches will flow.
Okay.
But to open the window as well, because the room is there, you open the door, but still air will not flow. But now you open the window. So as you get empowered in awakening or getting your self-identity properly fixed, the next thing is credit debit.
Okay.
Every soul is carrying credit debit on himself. And what it is this. What you think, what you say, what you do, either gives you plus or minus, credit or debit. And in other words, either it entangles you in the lower frequencies or it sets you free from it. So if you think certain thoughts, it's going to entangle you more. And they are the selfish thoughts.
Okay.
Thoughts only limiting you because it's false. It's based on false identity. You are not the limited being so that you look for everything for yourself. You see? But the real self is not limited to the body and mind.
Are we not supposed to be looking for things?
Yeah. The truth is this. When you attain realization, you are not actually leaving the pot. You are still inside the pot, but you have gotten understanding. You are not limited to the pot. So because of that, the worldly activities continue, but the understanding is that you have gotten makes everything different. There will be inflow to enter whatever is needed for the function of the pot, moving the pot, energy to do this and that, wisdom, intuition to do this and that. They all enter through the mouth of the pot because you have identified that you are one with the whole. So that permits guidance, that permits everything to come. But once you limit yourself, it's like you cut the whole out of you. You are just this, and then you are struggling to get things, you see.
Doc, if I take you back to you are a 16-year-old, forget it, 16 is a bit too young, but you are a 20-year-old young man starting life, what would you have done differently?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, beginners on this journey, they are meant to learn from those they came to meet, but that is where the problem is. Because those who came, because everything you are picking it from parents, from siblings older than you, from teachers and so on, but they are in false identity even as much as you know. And even the younger ones have less false identity, and they pick it as time goes on. The grown-ups teach them to become selfish and just think of only yourself, do this, do
so
that.
What would you do if you were that young chap?
Yes. Actually, if one is already positioned in such a way that he has a certain level of self-identity, not mixed with the worldly situation so much. In fact, from childhood, we have that better stand. But now the opportunity is there that as you are mixing out with other people, you have to be able to be vigilant so that whatever is increasing your emotions, you withdraw from it. What makes you angry, what puts you in anxiety, because everything passing through your eyes, like you are watching telly, a documentary or whatever, something you are watching may give you fear, and something you are watching may make you sad. Something you are watching can make you happy. So we have to be connected more with those things which resonate with higher frequencies. The higher frequencies resonate well with love. I'm talking of expanded love, joy, and then peace. These are expanded peace. We are talking of expanded peace, and that belongs to spirit. So when you are a child, these things are automatic. They are there. You can see a child, and when grown-ups are fighting, they are angry with each other and whatever they are doing, the child will go and play with the one you are angry with. And you are even angry with the child. Yeah. You see, they don't care, And we put values which are all, truly speaking, they are all false identity. If you put gold here and a stone here, the baby, they are the same to the baby because it's coming from the neutrality. Spirit is in neutrality. That is the truth. People don't know. So when you come to mind, then things break out into polarity. You see, so it is easy to understand this when you look at electricity. Electricity, take it to be spirit. Now, it moves through the wires, electric wires, and these are the
transformers.
Yes. And they are all the mind. The brain is a transformer. So spirit frequency is transformed through the brain and is set apart polarity. That's why the brain has
two hemispheres.
Two hemispheres. Yeah. One is entangling you in the world, and the other one is releasing you. You see? So these two things, they are inside the drama. And when you are a child, there isn't too much departing from the balance. So we begin gradually and we enter polarity. In fact, it begins from birth, but it is very close to themselves. Polarity is almost neutral. For the baby, it doesn't even know it's male or it's female. Polarity is not there. It's just aware, you see. And it takes time. It is through the breath that he catches polarity, because the breath is so silent. When it's in the womb, it's not even breathing, and it's in spirit state. Now, spirit frequency is there when it's in the womb. When it comes out, and then it cries to push air out, to kickstart the breathing process. Then, as the breathing process begins, then he's entering into polarity. See, the zone of polarity. So this zone of polarity, we have been indoctrinated to think one is evil and one is good. But the truth is, they are inherent with the system. You see, polarity, night and day. So if you say night is bad and day is good, it's only because of the activities you are doing. You prefer, you could be doing it all the time, but night interrupts it. You see? So, but the truth is that all these are coming from the same spirit. It's just energy, it branches it out into polarity. But these are deep things. Anyway, so the essence is when you are young, you haven't opened out the polarity too much. Because of that, your false identity is less. And that is why the Christ was saying, let the children come to me, for these are the ones that inherit the kingdom. That means they are balanced, closer to the balanced state, but the grown-ups have departed from the balanced state.
Let me stop you here for a minute. If you've been watching this show, I want you to subscribe and become part of the family. We are on a journey of changing the lives of people on this channel. And we appreciate you for being here. But if you haven't become part of the family, connect with us. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's carry on the conversation. So I'm a trotro driver.
Yeah.
Charlie. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
When it rains in my area, the water is messing up my house. I'm in serious, got 3 kids, wife. There's a lot of pressure. And I'm hearing you say all of these things, and I'm just thinking to myself, how do I kickstart the entire process?
Good. It is very simple. The thing is, first of all, early morning and late in the night. First thing, let's say in the morning, you get up. The time you went to sleep, it is like the frequencies you were carrying, the burdens, the thoughts, and so on. It is like a basket or something you were carrying, and you put it down for once. That is, then you shift into sleep. So that time you are not thinking of the potholes and this and that problem and that. No. It is dropped, temporary. Now, early morning, you are quick in trying to carry it again, you see, but that is not good. So first thing in the morning, don't go carry all those things onto your head. But then, as you are coming back into awakening into this platform, awaken onto spiritual platform first.
How do you do that?
Yes. So I'm coming to that. So if you awaken to spiritual platform, you are empowered and knowledge will flow to guide you throughout the day. How do you do that? Yes, the whole thing works like a seesaw. A seesaw, one side goes down, then the other will go up. Automatic. The other goes down, the here will go up. Isn't it? Yes. So early morning, all thoughts, those you carry from the dream, what you put down yesterday and all those things, keep them down and don't let them surface yet. And then be in a state where the other side, which is the spiritual side, will go up. When the spiritual side is going up, the right side of the brain begins to be active. So you begin the day with the right side of the brain also functioning. All the people are using the left side of the brain, which is entangling them in the world. The right side of the brain, which connects with spirit frequency, they don't use it. So early morning, don't rush to take the left side of the brain, calculating and planning and worrying. No. Give an interval. You can get up earlier and then be in that state where you allow the right side of the brain to begin to pulsate. When this one is very active, this one slows down. And therefore, you slow this down. By the time you get up in the morning, this one is already down a bit. But you intentionally slow it down further. There is a technique to do it, I will tell you. Now, when it comes down, it's automatic that this side will pick up, the spiritual frequency will pick up. Now, if it picks up and you move into the world, whatever the problems, you have already awakened the side of the mind that solves problems. This side creates problems, and this side solves problems. So people are not awakening the side that solves the problems. the side that solves the problems is connected with spirit. And the side that creates problems is connected with the world. So begin the morning with awakening the other side by relaxing deeply. And if you relax deeply, it means you are not in a hurry. You are not like rushing. Yesterday there was this problem, that problem, what was it? Then you begin again. No. Just relax yourself deep enough to awaken this side. Whatever this is looking for, the other side is looking for, is the silence of the other side. Then it picks it here. You see, when people become blind, you know that the other senses will pick it. They are very sharp with their feelings. You see? So if you lower this side of the mind, which is calculating, then this side will pick it. But if you make this one very active and anxiety about everything, then this side goes down. And once this side goes down, you battle, you are stuck in false identity because you are not a low being. It is said in the scriptures, what is in you is greater than what is outside of you, what is in this world.
So we are not our problems.
Yeah. You see?
We are not our problems.
No. Not at all. So you succeed here and you have succeeded everywhere. You see, you solve the problems inside you, you have solved problems everywhere. Inside you, the problem is that the side of your mind, which is hooked to the world, is very, very active. But the side which is hooked to spirit is not functioning. It's just dormant. Because it's a principle that if this side is up, this side will be down. So those who succeed very well, they have something within them. They have reached where they have a little bit of surrender. It's like this side is overused and nothing came out of it. So they give up in a way. And it's like they rely on something higher. That is why people sometimes connect with the principle of God. But in actual fact, it's inside you. And you only need to connect from inside you. Once that is done properly, then you are empowered. And whatever the problem was yesterday, now go towards it and see what happens.
No, but Doc, how do you actually do that in the morning? What is the exact practice that a person would have to do?
Yeah, there are techniques, but I'll give you some to the people, to the masses of people. Yeah. See, I already mentioned about the time from baby. In the womb, the baby is not breathing. So it's absorbing energy generally in its field, but it is not breathing. Now, when he comes out and he starts breathing, then he's now introducing himself into the world, worldly energies. So you return to that state of balance, like that of the baby. That state is innocence. That state is where spirit expresses itself. So how do you do that? Now, if it is through the breath that we entered into this polarity, then when you silence the breath, then the breath comes to a point where if the breath is becoming silent, you are nearing spirit frequency because spirit is neutral. People don't know spirit is neutral. Electricity, in a sense, it can be seen like neutral, but when you fix something cold, something like a fridge, a refrigerator, it will give you cold. You fix heater, it will give you heat. But itself, it is not cold. Itself, it is not hot. You see, electricity. So the supreme power is neither what we say good, bad, but it is channeled. If we are stuck with the lower frequencies, then it's giving us anxiety, fear, anger, this, that. Now, if we can channel it through the right side of the brain, the higher frequencies, then we can face this life because we are balanced. So the breath is the first thing you silence. You can be aware you are breathing in, out. Then it gets to the point you eliminate the breath, you are only aware. Like that. You see, when you are only aware but there is no breath, you begin with the breath. You are watching it. In, out, in, out. But as it gets more silent, then at a point it cuts off. And once it cuts off, your attention is no more to be there. You are only aware, but you are not aware of anything. And it's a practice. If you do it, you succeed. And once you attain it in the morning, then the other side of the brain will be activated. And then you meet this life with that activation. Things are different. And other people will look at you and think you are very fortunate. Your things, that is what we call synchronicity. Everything falls in place for you. You see, things fall in place for you. You see, because you are having a spirit frequency inside you. This generation, very few people are using spiritual frequency. And it's very dormant. Very dormant. Over 90-something% people.
Doc.
Yeah.
We have a massive problem
Yeah.
in this part of the world.
Yes.
When a young person starts out, don't forget it, even if it's not a young person, an average person that has made a lot of money, people attribute that to other means.
Yeah.
They call it juju money or whatever it is that they call.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that?
Ignorance. Ignorance. This, sometimes they are calling it occult money,
Yes.
or occult this.
Yes.
People chase it. The youth. It's ignorance. Totally. Because you see, this, I just showed you the principle that if you are able to arrest the lower mind, which is stuck in lower frequencies, then the higher will come in. So all these tricks people are using, even those using it themselves don't know the trick. They don't know the reason. It becomes like hypnotic. You see, if I say hypnotic, it means they influence you. All they do is this. Even the fetish, they all do it. That they will make things that will attract the objective mind, the lower mind. So when you go there, the reverence you give, the fear, it cuts off all your desires, your thinking. Even the desire with which you came there has to be sidelined for the meantime, because what you are confronting there catches every focus. And they will let you bring things that are difficult to get, and it keeps your focus. You see? They are arresting the lower mind. Once they arrest the lower mind, possibilities can happen. Miracles can happen. So they may do tricks, but you don't know it is tricks, so your objective mind will be just there. And they have arrested your objective mind. Once they do that, then you become suggestible. Whatever they say, the higher mind picks it and does it.
Some people will swear heaven and earth.
Yeah.
I've asked this question before.
Yeah.
Some young people that said, no, that person, his money is blood money. And I said, did you see it? Did you? It's always hearsay. Everybody that has said this thing to me, oh, somebody's money is not, I asked them, wait, hold on. Have you seen it before?
Oh, one thing they don't know. Let me give a certain analogy. The laws of this life confirm the truth. So, for example, if you have a rich man in the country, very wealthy, and he knows that secret, these laws, how they function. He sits down, he has a group of companies, and he looks at the returns and things have gone down. Then he says, oh, go give to the widows, go give to blah, blah, blah. Go do this, go do that, go do that. That means I'm now recognizing my higher self, which is present in all the others. Therefore, service must reach them. See, the amount of service reaching them has reduced. Let it go. And once it goes, then the laws of life will confirm that you are the same one you have served, so it will come back to you. So the laws confirm the truth that we are one. So you see, even the Muslims, they may commit a whole lot of lower entangling things in this world, and they do the sadaqah. And they do it, they see results. That's why they do it. Because the sadaqah means you are now turning attention from you to realize that others need it, others, they matter. So let me give to them. And once you do that, the laws of life will confirm that you did the right thing, because they are not other. They are you in another form. So therefore, it comes back to you to confirm it. Your hands, this is your body, you see, and your hands. So if your right hand gives something to your left hand, has he given it to somebody?
No.
Give it to yourself. So spiritually, all of us are connected the same. So what you are giving to your real self will reach them. And what you give to them deeply will reach you. So everything is happening to confirm the truth. And if you go against it, then you struggle. Then you suffer, because it's on truth that you are following. Whoever suffers is actually moving in the direction where untruth is.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
You see, polarity is untruth. It is a dream. Spirit is eternal. It's the real. But all the polarity zone will vanish, because it's a dream. You are waking from it and it's no more there. So in the dream state, if you understand it, then whatever you want to create in the dream, you go back to your real self and you choose from there, because there is so much empowerment from that. Then you can let things happen in the dream the way you want it. So it is something our youth, the people coming up, should be helped to really not just be money conscious. No, be self-conscious first. That is why it says, seek ye first the kingdom, and the rest will be added unto you. Now, when it says, seek ye first the kingdom, then it goes on to say, if somebody should come and tell you that the kingdom is here and there to be seen, tell the person, hey, it's a lie. The kingdom is within you. Within you.
That's right.
So you have to seek it from within you, nowhere. And once the changes can take place, the example I gave for slowing down your breath and coming to awareness, just simply awareness, you can repeat it in the night when you are going to sleep. And once you stay in that state, even 1 minute, so powerful. It will bring a lot of changes, you see. But that 1 minute, we are addicted to using the other side of the brain.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's like breaking an addiction. That is why it is difficult. But breaking any addiction is not easy. It's not easy.
Doc, I've asked this question before, and I had an amazing answer from that guest. And I'm going to ask you again, is money spiritual?
The point is this. I already told you, everything you see in the world is also spirit. But it has slowed down frequency to make these things happen.
Okay.
I gave you the example of vapor slowing down to be water, and water slowing down to be ice block. So all these things, they are actually one thing. So spirit, money is energy. Everything is also energy. But there is superior energy that will finally draw these things back to itself. And that superior energy is inside you as soul. You see? So you become soul conscious. And that is what we say, self-conscious. And once you become soul conscious, then money and all that can be pulled to you because they are yours. They are yours. Everything is yours. You see? So you are water, and then inside you somewhere you have ice block. It's yours. It's also you. So the money, in a sense, it is you, part of your energy.
But is there an actual, apart from some of the things you've described,
Yeah.
is there any practice that
will give you the money?
you can use to attract things to you?
Yes, there is. There is, first of all, you see, higher things are so simple that people bypass it.
Okay.
When when problems get complex, people think the solutions should be complex, which is itself another problem. It is untrue, and they are chasing their shadows all the time. So, you see, polarity is working. So down here, things are difficult, complex, but up here, it is easy. So if you stay in the same mind that created the problems, trying to solve it, it's unsolvable. It can only be robbing Peter to pay Paul, and it is not a solution. It appears you have solved it. See, let me give you this example. Somebody stuck in the worldly energies will set a goal, like it's a scammer. And once that thing works, it's a success. I've succeeded.
Yeah.
You see, so we have different levels of success. But that success, whilst you are using the left side of the brain, stuck with the worldly energies, lower frequencies, it's not success. You see, so this is one of the things beating the youth. So they see, oh, it is easy. You do this. You use your intelligence this way, that way, and then you get something. Now, you got it, but you disadvantaged somebody. So you function with untruth because that somebody, if you go deep, the real you includes him. So what have you done? You have done something against yourself. So the laws will deal with you to let you know that, so life is like a school. So the laws will be teaching you that you did wrong. You did it against yourself. See, I have to give the food to my mouth to give to my stomach to share it. Now imagine my fingers hold it and my fingers are selfish. No, I won't give it to the mouth because now I have gotten mine. Now, in the long run, the hand will be holding it, then it will get to a time it gets weaker and weaker because he didn't give it and it goes back to come back to the hand as energy. So the hand will be holding it to reach a time it's so weak and it just opens out. The thing you were holding, it has to circulate. It has to go. Now, when it goes, it will come back to you in another form. You see, because It will enter your blood as nutrients, and then it will be distributed by the heart to every part of the body, and it gets to the hand, and then the hand is not nourished. And the hand becomes strong, you see. So all these selfish tendencies, and you do it against the other. So thinking that my hand holding it, I don't care. The mouth, if it will get something, you should find it. You know? When you do those things, you are actually functioning with untruth. And untruth will bounce back against you. So it is only truth that is liberating. It is only truth that is liberating. Otherwise, what we call success, the youth are misguided. So they think if you set a goal and you get it, you have succeeded.
Yes.
But that is wrong. You have to understand that goal. Is it selfish? Is it for all? Will it benefit others? You are an entrepreneur. You set something. You establish something. Then workers will be taken inside. Definitely you deal with others. And you have to have the fairness. Somebody comes to work for you, give him what is due him or her. You see, it's not like you have to squeeze the person because everything is just for you. It is untruth. The other is yourself. It's only on the surface is different, but inside is the same as you. You see, and the laws of this life confirm truth. If something is untrue, then it will bounce back. So the goals the youth are setting for themselves, most of it is selfish because they think of competition. But competition is also untruth because the other you are competing with is yourself. The only thing is try to be better than your own self of today, and that allows you to embrace others because the true self of you that you are improving to includes others. You are expanding. You are coming to the spiritual state, and it includes others. You become compassionate. You become loving. And these are values of the spirit. So when these things are coming out, it allows you to have spirit energy to flow, and you become more relaxed. And there is no tension. There is no anxiety. See, you function beyond anxiety. You become very humble because you are not making comparison. You are only getting better than you were yesterday. That's all. So getting better than you were yesterday makes you all-inclusive.
Right.
It makes you really see how the one you are calling God is present in everything. The other one, you and the other. So there is no way you achieve worship of anything called God unless you are awakening to your true self, which is inside everyone.
My goodness.
Yes. You know, when people are praying, they close their eyes and they're praying to God. What are they doing? What they are doing is they are reducing the left side of the brain, which is connected or entangled with the worldly. So you withdraw the eyes, the perception and the hearing, all the noises, everything you want to go beyond it and get inside yourself. So that is where the God you are talking of is. You are meeting him inside. So if that doesn't click, all the blah, 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 blah outside doesn't click.
You know, I really want to ask this question.
Yes.
Because life is a journey.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was a point you started this journey.
Yeah.
At what age do you think that was, if you remember?
Good. Yeah, actually, people are positioned differently. Yes. So some, what they inherited makes them, they shift as babies or children, they shift from the balanced state very early. some people too, they keep the balanced state to older age. I mean, they grow from 7 years going. That is where we begin to enter more into the use of the left brain. And if you are fortunate, they don't shake you out of it too early. You know, certain children, they are even confronting battles, wars. And when there is war, they push them, they give them guns. They push them out of the balanced state very early. So they become aggressive, and it's like this. But if we maintain the balanced state and we enter into, from 7 years going, we enter that state, then definitely we have the opportunity to tap on intuition to guide our lives. So when I was, like you're talking of early age, I also had to struggle with life anyhow, like everybody. Yeah, it's not like starting with everything cozy, you know. And sometimes the difficulties are teachers, because it's asking you a question. The problem is asking you a question. Where is your divinity? Challenges are questions. Where is your divinity? Because you are functioning with the left side of the brain. It's not working. But the problem is saying, hey, where is your divinity? Where is the other side? Now, so many don't awaken to that. They just continue to battle. But somehow, from early age, I had moments that I wasn't entangling with what the youth they entangle with. And I was a seeker right from the beginning, wanting to understand what is all this life about. When I was in secondary school, I spent a greater part of my time in the library. So the librarian made me his assistant, even though I was a student.
Okay.
Yes, because encyclopedia, I want to understand certain things. But then the topic is comparative religion and all these other things. What is the essence? And I discovered that the religions have some setting within which they are made. That is, the person comes to a place, and the place, they have a tradition. He came to meet the tradition, and he dumps the truth inside their tradition. They have beliefs, and yet he puts the truth inside it. But how they can identify the truth inside all these things they have gotten together, that is the challenge. And sometimes they miss the truth itself, and the things surrounding it becomes prominent, you see. So I studied like that, deep into things. And it got to a point I actually connected with so many things trying to understand this world. In fact, in secondary school, I was in about 4 lodges.
I see.
Yes. I was, sometimes the money they give me for soap and food, and like people are buying their garis and other things. I don't have all those monies. I was be sending around for knowledge.
Wow.
See? Even in secondary school, I had done these Rosicrucian things, amok, up to 11 degrees and all that. And we had a divine ontological society. I was with them. That is
at this point, you realized that you didn't need all of that.
Yeah. So later, going through all these things, if I have to mention how many I was going through, but in the long run, I came to the realization that, hey, it is not about knowledge, because knowledge is mental. Spirit is not mental. You see, spirit is higher frequency than mind. So anything that mind is doing is inside a drama. It's inside a game. So beliefs, they are You see, without mind, you can't believe something. So beliefs are not spiritual. You see, this is something deep.
Very deep.
So when I came to that awakening, then I dropped all the knowledge. All knowledge. And then I realized the truth. When you realize the truth, all knowledge is inside you. It's not something you seek because it's inside you. It can't be anywhere. You are spirit. And spirit is the only thing that exists. So if there is anything, then it is just something inside the spirit.
Wow.
It is not outside the spirit. It's not outside God. So I had to put everything aside, and then the realization came. So don't think when you are piling up knowledge, it means you are becoming spiritual or you are getting closer to God. No, not necessarily. Because closer to God, God is not far, so that you have to pile up knowledge to draw nearer and nearer to Him. But what it is there is something that has to happen inside. Once that thing is happening inside, even if there is no knowledge, it will connect you to God, and God has all knowledge. So, yes. I know time.
No, it's not even about time. It's getting deeper.
Yes.
And it's a shame that as deep as it's getting, that I'm enjoying it. I think it's getting to the point where I would want to save it for part 2 for another time.
Okay.
But I would love to say that thank you so much. I really appreciate what you've shared today. And I'm sure my viewers and listeners are going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Especially the older ones that watch us. I can't find the words, but if we can connect telepathically, I appreciate this. And to my viewers and to my listeners, thank you so much for staying with me from the beginning up until this point. And if you made it to the end, please let me know. And may you all help me say a big thank you to Dr. Jan for the time that he spent with us to quote unquote enlighten us on this path. Thank you so much, Doc. And my name is Derek Abaite. Stay connected.